Welcome to downtown Redmond on the final night of the first 2 weeks of the 20. I don't have any kind of great big intro to this episode. We didn't launch with any kind of fanfare. As I indicated in the prelude episode, this thing is going to ramp up slowly rather than dive in head first so that I can work my way up to getting all of my goals as perfect as I can. So this is all you get for kicking off the 20. Me going for a walk in ever-shifting lamplight. And this first episode actually doesn't get much better. So here we go. I have two comments in response to the first episode of this mini-series called The 20. The first one is from Daniel, goes by DAL something something on YouTube. But anyway, in response to my telling the world and myself that I really need to get on this, really need to make something happen before my 50th birthday, he says, "You better not let us down." So I can't quite tell if those are encouraging words or threatening words or what, but I will take them under the broad umbrella of motivational words. The other comment comes from my Instagram friend PG. Now, it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to quote him. I think I mentioned the very first time that he actually, I believe, is still currently a cancer patient, and my video series years ago inspired him to have a more positive outlook on life and start doing something about his health. This is the second time I've been able to quote him. And he sent me a message of a screenshot of this moment from Prelude to a Battle. And in keeping with some of our repartee and banter that we've had in the past, he decided to shock me with, "I'm so turned on." So, he did explain that he was just kidding, for which I am very thankful. All right, let's get to the main content. The period of time I am identifying as the 20 has officially begun, and as I record this, I am on the final day, the 14th day of the first 2 weeks. I started because I want to see what I can do in 20 weeks. I want to see it. And so I actually, I've taken lots of pictures this year. It seems like I'm always taking some kind of picture to start this or that time period. I took some pictures. Here they are. 223.6 pounds. That then is the starting view, and as I mentioned in the prelude, one of my goals is to make a visible change so that 20 weeks from May 12th, you will look at the closing pictures. I'll be able to put them side by side, and it won't be just a few people going, "Yeah, I can see you look a little leaner there." I want people to go, "Yes, I can see that." I want me to be able to see that. And I have found that I am quite possibly the hardest person to impress because I live with myself. Let's get into week one. Weeks 1 and 2 were kind of underwhelming, even with the plan of them being low-key, slow starting. I set some goals on the 11th to kick off week 1, and almost none of those goals happened just because I'm leading a very busy life right now. Between my night job at the pizza parlor and trying to earn more money through DoorDash, we are buried under bills, and so a lot of my time is unavailable for making videos and spending a significant amount of time in the gym and paying attention to all of the things that would go with a really good transformation. Obviously, I need to conquer that, or this 20-week period of time will be yet another in a long string of fizzled attempts. In hindsight, week 1 and week 2 were basically about self-assessment. Where am I? Not only where am I physically, but where am I mentally? How can I make the other 18 weeks work with everything else going on in my life? So at the end of the first 2 weeks, the results are I don't have a lot to say or a lot to show you. I know I don't have a lot to show you because I deliberately did not bother recording all of these workouts. They were going to be simple anyway, and then because of time constraints, they got even simpler. And when I bring the camera and I set up the tripod and I move it to record every new exercise, that adds to how long I'm at the gym. So I over the next 18 weeks, I will be saving that for times when I really have something I think I will want to be showing you. Weeks 1 and 2 then were a fairly simple assessment of simply where I am right now. Because before the start of week 1 on May 12th, it had been 6 weeks, something like that, since the end of the James Alexander Ellis challenge, and I haven't really been to the gym since then. It's just been busy. I've gotten some cardio done. If I recall, I may have gone in for 1 or 2 odd workouts here or there, but just nothing consistent. So I wanted to see where I stood. I got 4 workouts on week 1, and that included the bench press, the deadlift, and the squat, the 3 big ones for powerlifting. And I tried out a 1 rep max for each of these. Now, Monday the 13th was supposed to be bench press, but when I got to the gym, all of the possible locations for doing a free weight barbell bench press were occupied by other people. I think I just went a little earlier than usual, and it was busier than usual. 2 of the 3 places where I could have done a bench press were being actively used. The third one was being partially used by a guy who would do a little bit of exercise and then sit on his phone. And I am not yet old and cranky enough to go over to someone like that and say, look, get on it or get off it. So I decided, okay, Monday is deadlift instead. So I did some deadlift warm-ups, and then I did a working set, and then I did the 1 rep max, which you see here. Probably could have gone a little heavier, but at this point I'm not too worried about it. I'm just kind of getting back into it and seeing like a bare minimum possibility. That made Tuesday the 14th the day that I assessed my bench press, and I will say that it has gotten significantly weaker. The bare minimum that I've been doing, and I've been building up from as far back as 2019 and then again in 2021 and 2022, is my first set of 8 will be 135, and then I'll add 10 pounds to each side, and my second set of 8 will be 155. And then my working sets will be 175 and 195. Again, that's been the bare minimum. So there was a time when I would actually warm up at higher than 135 and still go all the way through increasing the weights from there. Right now, I am at a point where I cannot do 6 repetitions at 195 pounds. That means I have really lost quite a lot of strength. I also am pretty convinced that part of it is because for the past few weeks, my diet has been much heavier on the carbs and very little protein. So I'll talk about it in week 3, but increasing my protein intake, replacing carbs and fats and sugars and junk with more protein, filling up on something that my muscles actually need, is going to be one of my definite goals and focuses, or foci. The plural of focus is technically foci. But I don't know, that's probably a tangent. But the main point is that when I was optimistically hopeful that I could complete a 1 rep max at 220 pounds, I was wrong.
Ah, dang it.
So for now, as far as bench presses that I have actually accomplished, I have to say that my heaviest is 195. In fact, in week 2, I tried one at 200 pounds, and I couldn't even do that. I got it a little higher off my chest than the 220, and it just was not going any further up. So as we head into week 3, I do know that the bench press, I'm going to call it at 195 and use that as the base for building upon in the weeks ahead. Friday the 17th was squat training, and my squat strength has always been weaker than my other lifts. I hate leg day. I have always hated leg day. I need to get over that. I need to stop making excuses at the end of the week and just do it, because right now my squat is, for someone my age and overall strength, I think my squat is embarrassingly weak. So that needs to be corrected. I did the 2 warm-up sets and the 2 working sets, and then I did a 1 rep max, and you'll notice there, you can tell just by looking at the amount of weight on the barbell, that is a light squat. I probably could have gone a little heavier, but not much. It really, I need to boost that one. I need to absolutely make that. If I miss out on any day at the gym, it needs to be anything besides squat. I just have to make myself, by my birthday, I need to have 18 from this point, 18 squat workouts done. No backing out, no cheating, no shortcutting, no skipping. For both of these first 2 weeks, I had a goal of going out and getting 2 miles of pedestrian cardio a day. So that's walking, jogging, or hiking, something where I'm on my feet, and it's a calculable I can track it. Oh my gosh. I am pretty far behind on my goal of hitting 366 pedestrian miles for the year, and so I wanted to use that to kind of catch up. Unfortunately, summer weather is proving to be very elusive here. We aren't even having good spring weather. We are getting cold wind daily, and that is simply no fun to go out in. I don't even mind chilly. I will bundle up and put on extra layers. But to head out and to have to start jogging into the wind is just not pleasant. And it's strong wind around here in the spring. It will take out tree limbs. It will take your back porch awning and send it over to your front yard. It's quite an area for that. No tornadoes, nothing like that, but we get strong winds. When it's strong wind and cold, that is a killjoy for going out and getting some jogging done. So I got some done. I also got some nights I went out and got a walk for 30 minutes just to add to my pedestrian totals, but I didn't even make that goal of once a day. The good days are coming. I really plan to use June, July, and August to get back my pedestrian miles that I lost. By my birthday, I want to be back to an average of 1 a day. The overall assessment is that, yes, I started the ball rolling. I started the gears turning. I knew they would start slowly, but they started slower than I wanted. So week 3, I must pay more attention to getting the goals in the gym done. And then I need to start goals in the kitchen, in the diet and nutrition area as well. Week 3 cannot be another week where I come back to you and go, well, it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. because then I'll never be what I do want to be. Before we go, I want to bring back that ancient ritual from long ago in the early era of fitness influencers known as the unboxing video. Now, normally this was done with things like supplements, protein powders, etc., where they would open their latest shipment live on video. I don't think this is protein powders. This is from Daniel Bronovitsky. He is the young man I've introduced to you a few episodes ago, who is now responsible for the shorts videos on my YouTube channel. He had a conversation with me just a few days ago on Discord. I had sent a picture of my actual editing setup, my computer and mouse and keyboard and stuff, and he started asking me questions about my keyboard and mouse preferences. And the next thing I knew, he was asking for my mailing address. So I have a general notion as to what's in this box, or a guess, I guess. Not a notion. I have an educated guess about what's in this box, but I could be wrong. I would normally do this in a much more spacious location, but my house is filled with my children and their friends right now, so I have to stay within this compact little confine of my office. Paper out of the way, and oh my goodness. Ooh, I am about to be the most stylin' video editor that I personally know. Wow. Hot swappable keyboard for more mechanical switch options, 4 multimedia shortcut keys, 5 macro keys, RGB backlight with programmed patterns. So, yes, I will be quite the hip video editor. Probably more hip than I've ever wanted to be, but that is cool. And then a mouse to go with it. We have the Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse. Combined with his financial contributions to the documentary, The Better Body Starter Kit for Men, the precise amount of said contributions which will remain confidential, Daniel Bronovinsky will probably be listed in the credits under associate producer. If he, just decides maybe sometime in the future to contribute more, we might even bump him up to producer. That's not a hint. But I will say, if there are any other teenagers who find the project interesting and they are sitting around with, as far as I know, no girlfriend and just a bunch of money piling up that they don't have anything to do with, they are welcome to help make this film a reality. Combined with his financial contributions to the documentary film The Better Body Starter Kit for Men, the precise amount of said contributions which shall remain confidential, Daniel Bronovinsky will probably be listed under associate producer in the film credits. And if he decides, maybe sometime in the future to contribute even more, we might even bump him up to producer. That's not a hint. Neither is my saying that if there are any other teenagers sitting around with money piling up because they don't have any reason to spend it on a bunch of other things and they would like to help make the film a reality, they are certainly welcome to send it my way. And that's it. That's the first 2 weeks. As I go for this walk, I am not sure what will make the final cut. I have no idea what you've just seen, but I hope it was rendered somewhat entertaining, somewhat informative, somewhat intriguing, enough so that you will come back for the next episode, which should have something far more interesting. And so, from downtown Redmond, nearly midnight, at the start of week 3, in the fading lamplight of the downtown sector near the park, this is Brian Johnson saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on A Body in Progress. Oh, my light's totally gone now. Oh, there, nope, there it is. You get one more glimpse of my astoundingly sexy face. No, it's gone. It's hopeless. All right, and cut. Somebody cut.